day, language learners. I hope you're all having a great time. It is me, Ma'am Russel, and I'm here together with Amber to remind you to pay attention at all times. So now, let us gather virtually and get ready to learn and have fun as we will experience English Rush in our English class together. Now, make sure you have your module, your pen and paper to note key ideas, and join us as we're about to engage in our universal language. Every day, we get to have a conversation with someone in various situations. And in each situation, we use different styles of communication. Before we begin, I would like you to read and analyze the sentences on the screen. Now, what have you observed? Did you also think that the first greeting is informal while the second is formal? We should know the language degrees or levels used, just like the degrees of formality. Do you already have a hint? I bet you do. Our lesson for today is speech styles. Before we begin, let us identify the speech style that is being presented in the picture. I will give you 5 seconds in each picture. Choose whether casual, intimate, consultative, formal, and frozen. Very good! It seems like you're ready for our today's lesson. But before we begin, here are our objectives. At the end of this module, you're expected to identify social situations through different speech styles, distinguish the appropriate speech styles for various situations, and apply examples of speech styles in a dialogue and video. Now, let us begin. What is speech styles? Speech style means the form of language that the speaker uses which is characterized by the degree of formality. Martin Juice identified the styles which he called clocks in 5 classes, such as frozen style, formal style, consultative style, casual style, and intimate style. Now that you get to know what is speech styles, how about the kind of speech styles? Kinds of speech style. Frozen. It is the most formal communicative style that is usually used during respectful events and ceremonies. Frozen speech is used generally in a very formal setting and does not require any feedback from the audience. For you to understand it better, I have here some examples. Pledges, anthems, marriage ceremonies, laws, etc. Our next speech style is intimate. This speech style is for very close relationships, like couples, family, and best friends. Intimate speech is used in conversation between people who are very close and know each other quite well, because they have the maximum amount of shared background information. Examples of intimate style are couples talking about their future plans, family sharing ideas, very close friends sharing secrets. Now let's move on to another kind of speech style, and it is formal. Formal speeches are straightforward speeches. In this speech style, the speaker avoids using slang terminologies. What the speaker says is something that has been prepared beforehand. Communication using the formal speech type is one way, in which the speaker simply transmits information to the listener. Here are some examples: announcements, sauna, welcome addresses, etc. Did you get it? Now this is our next speech type. Casual. This is informal communication between groups and peers. Casual style is used in conversation between friends and insiders that have shared background information but don't have close relations. It is also characterized by slang meanings or expressions. The following are the examples of casual style: phone calls, everyday conversation with friends, chats, and even inside jokes of friends. Now, for our last speech style, consultative. Consultative. This is used in semi-formal communication. Unlike the formal and frozen styles of speech, the level of communication making use of the consultative style involves cooperation but does not necessarily require involvement. This means that the listeners are involved in meaning-making by being allowed to give feedback. As for consultative style, the following are the examples: regular classroom discussions, doctor to patient, guidance counselor to a student, and even lawyer to a client. Did you understand the lesson? Very good, grade 9. Now that we have discussed all the kinds of speech styles, it is time to experience English Rush by answering these activities. Are you ready? Let's go! Directions. Read each statement carefully and choose the letter of your answer. Number 1. What is the speech style that is commonly used among friends and colleagues? A. Casual, B. Formal, C. Frozen, D. Intimate. The answer is A. Casual. Number 2. Where do we use a speech style that is completely private language that is being used? A. Casual, B. Formal, C. Intimate, D. Speech style. The answer is C. Intimate. Number 3. When a patient consults a doctor, what speech style is being used? A. Casual, B. Consultative, C. Formal, D. Frozen. The answer is B. Consultative. Number 4. Which speech style shows little to no feedback from the listener and the speaker needs to plan ahead of time? A. Casual, B. Formal, C. Frozen, D. Speech style. The answer is B. Formal. Number 5. What speech style rarely or never changes? A. Consultative, B. Feedback, C. Formal, D. Frozen. The answer is D. Frozen. Wow! It looks like you have understood our lesson. Do you want more? Here is another English rushing activity. Directions. Match column A with the correct answer from column B. Column A number 1. A police officer pledged his honor. It matches letter B. Frozen. Column A number 2. A joyful conversation between peers. It matches letter A. Casual. Column A number 3. Consultation between the counselor and the client. It matches letter E. Consultative. Column A, number 4. Mother giving advice to her children. It matches letter F. Intimate. Column A, number 5. Sermon being delivered by the priest. It matches letter C. Formal. Very good, grade 9. I hope you felt English rush as we answered all our activities for today. Before we wrap up our session, let us have a recap of what we have discussed. We said earlier that the speech style is a form of language that the speaker uses which is characterized by the degree of formality. And there are 5 kinds of speech style. And these are frozen, intimate, formal, casual, consultative. Frozen is the most formal communicative style that is usually used during respectful events and ceremonies. While intimate is the speech style that is for very close relationships, like couples, family, and best friends. Formal, on the other hand, is straightforward speeches. Also, the speaker avoids using slang terminologies. It is also prepared beforehand. Next is casual. It is used in conversation between friends and insiders that have shared background information but don't have close relations. Lastly, consultative. Consultative is used in semi-formal communication and the listener can give feedback. Also, the speaker does not usually plan what he or she wants to say. It is most operational, among others. Now, to enrich your learnings, this is your assignment. Please take a picture or turn your modules on page 14. Directions. Choose one's speech style and create 3 to 5 line dialogue. Then ask for the help of your family members to act out the dialogues in videos. Be creative in introducing your costume and props according to the situation. Video yourselves and share your work. As we're about to end our session, I would like to check if we have accomplished our objectives. Objectives. Identify social situations through different speech styles. Distinguish the appropriate speech styles for various situations and apply your examples of speech styles in a dialogue and video. I think that ends our session. Thank you for your participation. That is all for now. This has been Ma'am Russel, signing off. See you again in our next English Rushing session. Bye!